progress along this line of research recently, so it doesn't look like it's a near-term thing. Well, then the more sophisticated version of that is, can the human intellect be downloaded into circuitry? Can we somehow have an existence that we would recognize as an existence without a body? And do we want that? And what is that like? And what does it say about our souls if we choose that? These are pretty strange questions. What is human nature in the absolute absence of nature? A very interesting fantasy that you can undertake as a lifetime project, I do this all the time, is to imagine what you would make the world be like if it could be any way you wanted. And, in the first half hour of exercising this fantasy, you realize that all our imaginings are conditioned by the constraints of matter. So you start out and you say, well, if I could have anything, I don't know, I guess I'd live in the Frank Lloyd Wright waterfall house and have my Testarossa parked outside. And then you realize, that this is a stupid fantasy, and that you could live in the Leningrad library if you wanted and have your space shuttle parked outside. And then you realize that's a stupid fantasy, and then you realize, that there are no limits, that if mind were not constrained by the rules of physics, we don't know what we are. We don't know the castles that we would build in the air. One of the interesting things about virtual reality is the idea that we're going to be able to wander among the three-dimensional constructions of the imagination with no concern whatsoever for cost-effective use of materials, because materials are electrons and light and computer commands. It costs no more to have a